something for you in the October. And then I am going to do a relationship reading as well. Those cards wanted to jump out. Right, let's see what's in store for Scorpio in October of 2021. Just around the corner, isn't it? This year whizzed by. What's new? All the years whizzed by. So, that's a nice one to start with, I think. Okay. Okay, nice. All right. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Okay. Ah, nice. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you guys. So you start off with the Six of Summer. Now in this particular deck, the Six of Summer is childhood or children or the return of people or romances from the past. So something from the past returns to your life, okay? I feel like it's something that in your childhood played an important part. So there's a story from your childhood that now crops up again in your life in some way. And it can come courtesy of a relationship or a situation unfolding, and it has nostalgia attached to it, okay? So it plays itself out again in your life. Now that situation that occurred in your childhood, how does it come via a relationship? Well, a relationship plays out with aspects and feelings that were associated with that part of your childhood or something that happened in your childhood. Very interesting that, okay? Then you get the Magician card. In this deck, it is about you can do anything and taking charge of your life and manifesting that which makes your life successful. So this time around, things only recur in our lives because they are unfinished stories. This time you steer the story in a different direction. Well, you have the tools now. The Magician is about having the tools, all the tools necessary to achieve success with something. Success means the kind of outcome that you want, okay? So success can translate or manifest in many different ways, depending on what you consider to be success. But now you have all the tools at your disposal due to experience and growth and evolution to deal with this so that you can mold the outcome. That's what the Magician is about. He can mold something into the desired outcome. So that is what you're going to be doing. You get the Five of Autumn, okay? And that is about reaching out to others for assistance and feeling challenged by money issues. So that could be the life lesson or the experience that you now need to work through. That feeling of a lack is what monetary problems are, or feeling unassisted, is feeling as if the universe cannot give you enough, as if there isn't enough to go around, so that is why you don't have any. The Magician says differently. The Magician says you have everything at your disposal to mold your life in the way that you want to. You're going to say to him, I don't have enough money to do that or do that. That's possibly that belief system or that way that it's playing out is going to show you, yes, you don't have enough money, say for example, but you have other things at your disposal that can help you manifest the outcome that you want. Now, what exactly that's going to be is really going to depend on your own life story. Then you get the King of Spring, and that says a financial windfall. And that follows the Five of Autumn. So what happens here is possibly you have been subscribing to the theory of lack, but you've been doing your work. So in October, you get some kind of windfall because you've been plugging away at that. Whether you've been plugging away at improving your self-esteem, whatever form that took for you, whether you've been doing the work via listening to meditations, whatever the case may be, you've been doing the work. It can be from the mundane to the spiritual, you've been doing the work. So what happens is you reap the rewards of that. You get to have a windfall of some kind in October. I mean, you're not going to say no to that, are you? You get the High Priestess yet, and that is trusting your intuition and careful reflection before taking action. So you're going to get gut feelings in October. I always say that with the High Priestess. She's all about those gut feelings, paying attention to them and acting on them. And acting on one's gut feelings, and this card says about careful consideration before taking action, is probably not having knee-jerk reactions to things, rather being quiet for a moment and spending some quiet time listening to your intuition and then taking action. So that is what you will do in October. You will feel inclined to do that way and you will do it. You then get the Queen of Summer. Okay, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust. Okay, so definitely you are being prompted to follow intuitive promptings. Intuitive promptings will come to you kind of out of the blue. This thought will just kind of float into your mind out of nowhere, and you get that feeling like that resonates, and that's an intuitive insight, and you will be following them. And they will feel, how do you know an intuitive insight is that, and it's not your mind doing its squirrel thing? You feel that warmth in your heart. You feel that answering resonance in your heart. Like, yes, that fits. It feels right. It feels warm. It doesn't feel resistant. Okay. You get the renewal card, which is very nice. So revive the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future and understanding your life purpose. So there's a story unfolding here. Do you see it? So there's something from your past that comes back into your life again. This time you have tools to deal with it differently. You have all the tools that you can use and will use to shape an entirely different outcome. You have felt lack in the past, but there's a windfall coming for you. Trust your intuitive insights. They will be prompting you wisely, okay? And then if you take a look at what you did in the past and perhaps your motivation for doing it, you now understand better what you should be doing. That is your soul's purpose. Okay, big story, that one. Your outcome in the tarot pot is Nine of Summer. And that is wishes come true and dreams fulfill. Now that is a wonderful card to finish your reading on. So ultimately what you're going to get is a dream coming true or a wish coming true. Something you've been really, really longing for and hoping for manifests. And it comes courtesy of fixing something that happened possibly in childhood that led you to a belief system that did hamper your progress. And it can to do with money or materialistic or the life, that the concrete life against around you, not your spiritual life or your that kind of thing. It's your physical life. So that you felt lack in that somehow. That shifts, it changes, courtesy of something from the past which you now mold differently. You see it differently. You perhaps see it for what it really was and not what your mind had turned it into. But ultimately, you have dreams come true and wishes fulfilled and some kind of windfall as well. So that's really, really nice. So a good reading this. We've got 3 major arcana cards in here, which means that there's big energy shift. Most of the star signs had big energy shift showing up in October. Ultimately, remember, you have the tools, you have the wisdom, you have the energies at your fingertips to shift things, to change things, to mold things, so that you can have your wishes fulfilled. Right, Scorpio, that is a very good reading. Good energy in that reading as well. Right, so let's take a look at your relationships for the month of October. Let's see what's cropping up for you guys that want relationships or in relationships. Want to know about your relationships. Right, Scorpio, October 2021. What's in store for you? Right. Ooh, okay. Right off the bat. Alright, it's our big month for you guys. Oh my word. Okay. Right, okay. Alright. And ultimately, such a nice reading. Okay, so we have the soulmate topping the reading. So this is all about soulmates in October. You're with one, you're attracting one, one's coming into your life, whatever the case may be. There's definitely a soulmate playing a pivotal role in your romantic life or your relationship life in October. Ultimately, what comes of this soulmate is you might get engaged. That could be a dream or a wish come true, right? For others of you, a relationship moves into your life that has real long-term commitment written all over it, or you just establish a deeper bond with the person that you're already with. The romantic feelings are also there, which tells me this is a relatively new relationship. Not brand new necessarily, but the romance is still alive within the relationship, okay? We had self-worth here. We had heart-to-heart conversations. Ultimately, it ended up playful. What's this say to me? If you're with an existing person, there might have been an issue with in the relationship that was maybe holding it up, that was maybe making you feel a little underappreciated in some way. You have an in-depth conversation with that person. It turns out really nicely. You end up with a much more lighted-hearted energy after that discussion. Should you meet somebody new, okay, you're a little wary, you're not so sure, you do have some issues from past relationships where you felt unnurtured, unloved, not appreciated. You have an in-depth conversation with this person, this new person. Ultimately, it's really light-hearted and playful, and you really enjoy them. The romantic feelings are showing up beforehand, so you do feel that ping with this person before you even have that conversation. Ultimately, this is a soulmate, and you're most likely going to get some kind of engagement. You might get engaged, or you will have a very deep bond with this person, taking you a new level of commitment with somebody than what you've had recently. So, Scorpio, if I had to put your month in a nutshell, I would say it gets 5 stars. So that's a very nice reading. Right, thank you for watching, listening, liking, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate it. If you would like a personal or private reading from me, and I do an amazing soulmate reading, you can contact me via my website. That link I will put in the description box below. Sending you hugs and blessings for October, and we will speak again soon.